How's it going, everyone? My name is Necrocakes, and welcome back to another episode of Factorio. Sorry about all the audio issues and the OBS capture issues. I know before you couldn't see my hotbar at the bottom, and there was a bit over here that was getting chopped off, but no longer will this be a thing that happens. Sorry about all of this. It's just I've had a new PC, and the PC's been giving me some issues, but I think we're good now. I think we are on the green light. I think we've resolved these issues. I guess I'll just have to start sticking to a monitor capture instead of a window capture. But last time we made this giant iron harvesting device that I got very proud of, and I went mad with power. And I do believe this time our objective will be along the lines of getting my base defended. How to get your base defended from alien invaders and stuff. Do we have walls researched? We do. We have sentry guns. We've got all the good stuff researched. So, the basic supplies you'll need for defending your base are the following: stone walls, sentry guns or gun turrets, and the basic armor crafting, I believe the research is called. Oops, sorry. Let me see here. It is called armor crafting. You're going to want basic armor crafting. Military 1, just for your own personal weapons. That's all you're going to need for the current amount of time in regards to setting up defenses for our base here. Now, the first thing I'm going to be going over is walls, because walls, at the least, you're going to want to do is defend your base using walls, so that if there is an alien attack, you at least have a heads up as to, hey, this part of our base is being attacked, prepare yourself. So we already have something that is harvesting stone. We need something that is fabricating stone wall for us. So we're going to want to get a crafting machine. It's very simple to get a manufacturer for stone walls. Quite simple. Let's see here. We're going to want a few things. So, I usually set my base up like this and it goes fine. It just starts storing up some stone walls. So we're going to start by having an arm taking out the stone. Get a little bit of power to that. This game is still awesome. I recommend anyone go get it if they haven't already. Factorio, $20 on Steam, worth every penny. Get a stone furnace. And then you start cooking up the stone into stone bricks. Stone bricks. Then we're going to compile the stone bricks into this crafting machine. Here, let me get power to both of those. And we will tell this thing to make us stone walls. Then we're just going to need a chest and another arm. We should be good. This will output for us stone walls here. And there you have it. It's auto-making stone walls for us. So we'll go back and check on that later. Essentially, what my usual strat is you base your body around... There are usually a few bodies of water around where you spawn. If you can wall off walls in between those barriers of water, it saves you wall. So not only do you have the resources you need to keep a good base, but you see how I have all these bodies of water around me? All I need to do is like link some wall up here in all these parts here, and I have a solid way to defend myself. Except we are going to need sentry guns to defend these wall areas. So sentry guns can be found under combat. I wouldn't recommend automating them. I just wouldn't. Oh, I always have alt on so I can see what's being made, what's being stored, and what's being researched, what's already in the laboratories, all that good stuff. But I wouldn't recommend automating sentry guns because they are a bit costly, and I wouldn't want to consume all of my supplies too soon. But as you can see, we now have abundance, and a huge abundance of iron. Make 10 sentry guns. That's going to take absolutely forever to create, but fear not. Why aren't we... I don't understand. Why are we not... Arm? Why do you refuse to consume? This arms here is supposed to be taking in science packs, but it's not. It hasn't been. You're working now? No, you're not. What's wrong with you? Huh. Lab, or is there something wrong? I guess I'll have to manually put them in. Save those in there for now. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend automating sentry guns, even though it takes a while to craft them, because they are pretty costly. It takes 40 steel and 10 copper. Might not seem like a lot of copper, but it definitely is a lot of steel. Not to me at this point in time, but they can be fairly costly, and you only need a few, because eventually in the game you get laser turrets, which consume electricity and not ammo. So those are very useful at this point in time. Now, how do you know when it becomes unsafe to be camping out? How do you know when it's not safe to be camping out without any defenses? Well, if we check this map here, you can see a very vague red highlighting here, which means it's the pollution I'm outputting. Oop, get away, Microsoft. Essentially, why would pollution be a big factor in this game? I went over it before, but I'll go through it again just so those who missed it will know. Aliens on this planet, the local natives, highlighted in the deep red here, those are alien bases. They hate pollution. So you see that the red is almost spreading to the bases now, and that can be a severe problem. That can be a severe problem because once the aliens catch whiff of this, they'll start sending out scouting parties, and once a scouting party has found a direct route to the base, they'll keep bombarding that route until you have died, which is not good for anyone. Am I right, or am I right? So, that's why it is very important to get some basic defenses. Obviously, you're going to need ammo for these turrets as well. I'd recommend as a starter putting 10 ammo in every turret. Ammo basic regular magazines can also be found under the combat section. The pistol and the rifle aren't particularly useful. I'd stick with the shotgun. It has the least ammo consumption and overall the highest damage. I know the rifle has range, but range doesn't really do a lot for you. Those aliens will come at you pretty fast, and there's not really too much you can do to escape them. So essentially, these sentry guns have a certain range, a radius around them in which they can detect aliens and shoot at them if they have ammo. So let's craft ourselves up some ammo. Put 10 here. As long as a sentry gun has ammo, it doesn't matter if it has electricity or not. As long as it has ammo and it's not broken, it can fire, and it will always be able to fire and kill aliens. So that is always a good thing to take note of. Sentry guns do not require ammo. Alright, now that we're moving on a bit, sentry guns are going to become dire to our survival. While I might speed this up, I don't know if I can or not. I really don't have too much recording software, as has been confirmed earlier. If you guys know any free editing softwares, please alert me in the comments of them. Free video editing software, I would be thankful for that. But as of now, I don't think I can time-lapse this or anything. For now, I'm just going to sit and let the machine make the walls and everything take its natural course. I will come back if anything severely interesting happens, but for the next few minutes, I will be AFK. So, as entertaining as to watch someone AFK, I know it's not the most entertaining thing in the world. Please do alert me if there is an editing software. I have to go take care of something real quick. That is the main reason why I have to sit AFK. But hopefully that won't take too long, and I will be right back. Alright, business has been dealt with. Let me just check OBS real quick. We are still recording. Ooh, Inception windows. Windows within Windows. Windowsception. Blah. Yes, I use OBS as my recording software. Good software. If OBS wants to sponsor me, make sure to hashtag not sponsored. Yes, I use OBS, the cheapest of the recording softwares ever. But it's also good for streaming. That's why I use it. If you guys want to see a stream of Factorio, make sure to leave your comments in the video description. Also, later today, Xbox released a new free game of the month, and it is a game called, I'm trying to remember the name, Sunset Overdrive. That is the one. I have fallen in love with it. It's a very momentum-based game, yet it is still a shooter. It appears as though we've ran out of electricity. Let me go fix that real quick. But Sunset Overdrive is amazing. I love it to death. I love it to bits. It just slowly becomes more and more awesome. That over the top kind of feel that games sometimes get. That's what this game feels like. Except it feels so good to do anything. You can grind on. You can grind on. What's it called? You can grind on electric pole wires and stuff. It's awesome. You can grind everywhere. It's a very momentum-based game, and I think I might do a video on it, just because of how awesome it was. It was one of the first Xbox One exclusives, and that is what sparked many people to play it. And I didn't look into it until now. It's probably like a year old now, but it is amazing. At one point, I recall, there was a glitch where on every server, the town had flooded, and on every server, the water levels glitched out, and everyone had a water level that had consumed almost the entire city and it was completely accidental by the developers. But a bunch of videos were made on it. It was really cool. So I might do a video on that just because it's an awesome game. There's no respawn delays either, which I love. You respawn in unique ways. One time I came out from a drill pod. Other times I got abducted by aliens and put back into the world. That game is awesome, but nothing close to what Factorio is. Factorio is amazing. So, as I was saying, using bodies of water as a form of protection, I will show it here. We'll start by doing it like this. As you can see, it takes a lot of wall to do even a small area. So as you can see, aliens can't get through here, but be careful, because although it may not look as though aliens can pass, if I were to remove one like this, they could get past. It seems ridiculous, I know, but they can escape through the tiniest bit of open land. You see how I can stand on this bit of water? If this bit of water here isn't covered, they can sneak past. So you always want to be careful of that. Always be careful. Because, yeah, I've had that happen and aliens just came over and wrecked my base. What are these things? Are they even trees? I can place over them, okay. So they're not going to be a bother to me. Good. But it's nice to have some extra foliage. Those may have just been added. Huh. Alright. I say we continue placing sentries around our base, as it would be true to nature. If you saw me last episode over in... Oh, I'm sorry, game. Very sorry. Let me take out these ammo clips. I don't need them. As you saw me in the last episode, or previous episodes, I crafted some basic armor, which gives you some overall resistances, and it'll keep you relatively safe for the first few attacks you go by, and a shotgun is very powerful for the early game. The regular double-barrel shotgun is very powerful. There are combat shotguns and better shotgun shells later in the game, but we're probably not going to get into those for a while. I'm just setting up basic schematics of the game, basic concepts, so that people understand them before I get into the in-depth stuff. Because later on, I kid you not, you can launch rockets into space and have satellites. Yes, this game goes that in-depth, and it's still an alpha. It's still being added to. Bug fixes, working out things, new content being added. It's amazing, this game. You really need to pick it up. Because I have a feeling when it gets released as full, it's going to cost an absolute butt ton of money. And you should take advantage of its price now while it is still cheap. Because this is like AAA quality of game. I mean, not graphics-wise, of course. If it were a AAA graphics game, I wouldn't be recording. Haha! Actually, I can record AAA games on my Xbox through Twitch. Love you, Twitch. Hashtag not sponsored. But I can't record AAA games on my computer due to my computer still being a massive piece of garbage. It is not good at recording things with fancy graphics and all that. Although it is quite good now. It's better than it was before. Future things to come, anything you want to see, just message me about it in the YouTube comments. I am taking open suggestions on pretty much anything. What you see me doing here is I am hollowing out some trees so I can place a wall of sentries. Yeah, because the trees are going to get in the way of me placing a wall. Need to build the Great Wall of Trump. As true to capitalist nature, we will build a wall to keep the natives out. The murderers have to be coming from somewhere. I don't support him. Okay, just only thing I'll say on the subject. I'm from the northeast of America. We don't support him up here. As one could assume. But enough of the talk about political views. I know that can send the comments into outrage. But, you know, some things should be allowed, some shouldn't. In 2016, I have a feeling we are figuring out a lot of those issues. And what is right, what is wrong, what is ethical, what is unethical. That's all I will say on the subject. As it can offend a lot of people, we will advance, we will persevere, we are America. I know, patriotism, true to capitalist form. My fan art maker, he's making me a Factorio thumbnail I'll use for all my videos. It's great because it uses my unique character and just in filthy capitalist form, and it's great. Shout out to him. I don't want to give away his name yet. He's making a website and all that. I'll leave his website in the link in the description and all that once he gets his work online. Once he gets a website to put it online, I will definitely link him in the description once he starts making all the thumbnails and all the good stuff. Shout out to you. You know who you are. Good work, you. Keep at it. I appreciate what you do. But enough of me talking, giving private shoutouts. Let's see how many walls we've produced. Yeah, this is a very grindy step, getting walls. But once you have single-layer walls, you can do double-layered walls. And it's very, very useful. Alright. Both of these I filled up with ammo, I think. Gonna need more ammo. Craft some more of that. I was surprised when I found that crafting didn't affect your movement speed. So you can just craft something on the fly while you're working on a building project, which I found is nice, so you can multitask. Even though you can just get the machines to multitask for you. The beauty of communism. Not communism, capitalism. As my character here, he is the filthy capitalist. Communism was a good idea, and then Russia came along and ruined it. Sorry, Russia fans. I know there are, like, 2 internationally that are from Russia, but... sorry. Your country did kind of ruin communism. It's an okay idea. I don't personally think it's a great idea. True to filthy capitalist form. But hey, at least you got the good memes. Oh wait, Putin banned that too. Sorry, I'm hitting it hard on the Russians. But why, Putin? Why did you ban the memes? Don't let your memes be dreams, Putin. I'm gonna get stabbed for saying that. Putin's gonna send an assassin across the seas, find out who I am, and just stab me. If I get stabbed by one of Putin's personal meme assassins, rip me, I guess. Make sure to have like a meme on my tombstone. That would be hilarious. Rest in memes. That would be hilarious. I'd just be like, I meme even in death. We will overcome this atrocity. Sorry, I'm being a very, very bad meme lord. Aside from the memes, we've got a few sentry guns set up. This is going to be a huge wall to defend. I've never had a wall that was this big. It's going to be very hard to defend because it's got some of my steam engines there too. We're going to have to box that out. That's going to be fun. Oh, I thought the steam engines were footsteps. Like, you can hear them chugging along in the background, or at least I could. And I thought they were footsteps, and I got right terrified for a second. I can play the. I had the game The Forest, and it used to lag to crap on my computer, so I lowered the resolution a ton. I used to play it, but then it got super laggy, so I decided to stop. I can play it again, but I can't record it. It's out of the question recording The Forest. But they still need to work on the whole AI thing. It's a bit buggy right now. But hey, support the developer if you like the game. They added multiplayer, they added revives. That game's taken baby steps, but hopefully it'll get there one day. Get to the point where it is a feasibly good game. Not to say it's not a good game. Don't get me wrong, it's a good game. Just some better optimization and AI working would be well. I understand everything can't be sunshine and rainbows because it takes place in a forest and all those good foliage textures. But you know, you kind of did say that the recommended settings was like 4 or 5 gigs of RAM. I've got 8 and it still runs like shit on my computer. I don't know, it could be my graphics card, it could be something, just some more optimization before you buy the game. If you ever intend on buying The Forest with you and some of your friends, make sure you've got over what the required amount is. Pro tip. Alright, we seem to have cleared out most of the shrubbery in the area. I'll start putting up the wall. I'll start from the steam engine side, because I worry about the steam engines above all else, as they are my only source of power. Without power, a man is nothing. That is true. True chiz. Get some good ammos in there. Although, I do believe... Oh no, we're defending 3 walls because we've got down there. We've got 2 furnaces that aren't running. Let me change that. I do believe at some point we can get solid fuel. Solid fuel is much better than coal, obviously, but you have to get it from oil. A lot of things you can get from oil. Everything can be bought with the right oil, yes. Okay. Let us. Ooh, I made that far too far ahead. I guess we'll have to do things in like a V formation. Alright, I'm cool with that. I can roll. I can rickroll. That joke is officially 10 years old. We are in 2016. Stop it, Necro. Yay! Yay for being outdated. Anything we can do at the current moment of time without using Science Pack 2s. I think we'll get into those in the next video. Science Pack 2s, get all the new stuff. I think for now all we're going to be doing is like shot. Oh, I can do armor crafting 2. Armor crafting 2... If you're wondering what it is, you get to craft a new set of armor that requires steel. Now, because I know how to produce steel and I've researched steel and now have the ability to make steel, I can make that new set of armor, which is going to be even more useful, henceforth making me even more powerful and prepared for attacks on the aliens. Speaking of the aliens, it seems as the pollution is about to reach us. Or about to reach the alien bases. So I am arriving in just the nick of time to make my defenses. So yeah, that's a thing. Put another sentry down roughly here-ish. Put in the ammo. Boop, 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 boop. I suppose it'd be a good idea to have double-layered sentries as it is a big wall, a fairly large wall. Let me make a little bit more ammo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We just need a bit more and we can defend that wall. Then we gotta get this wall down here. Last episode was an hour long. I know I'm trying to keep variation on episodes to a decent amount. Oh my, we have high encoding. That's nice. How long have we been recording? Let's see here. I'm not seeing it. Oh, 25 minutes. We can keep going then. I was just going to stop here and then just finish when I had the base done, but I'll keep it going until we've got at least the Great Wall to the right done. Hopefully I'll be able to cut down the trees and get the wall to the bottom done, but I'm not sure if we'll have the time to in this episode. Although we are going on 25 minutes, we still got 20 minutes for this episode at the least. 25 to an hour, try to keep it shortish. I know that can be fairly long for some people, but I enjoy it. And I hope you all enjoy it too. Make sure to share it with your friends, as I am a good example, and I will give a full review of this game and what you can do at the current moment in time. I may even invite a few of my friends onto the server so you can see some of the multiplayer capabilities once I've done a full playthrough of the game. My artwork creator, he's considering getting the game, so there might be a little bit of playthrough from him through program called Hamachi. Hamachi essentially allows you to play on LAN parties with each other through non-LAN hosts. So say I was at my house, I started up like a local server, I run it through Hamachi, and then people at another house, my friends at another house could still join my local server. So that's what Hamachi does. It allows you to play at local servers even when you're not at the local server. That's pretty nice. So yeah, I might be doing a collaboration with America / my art creator. Oh, player's inventory is full. We've got a bit of wood, don't we? We should make a wood chest Mark II. Alright. Place all the wood in the chest. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, I've never spawned with this many trees around my property, so this is a first experience. Well, I'll keep a stack on me. So yeah, the inventory auto-organizes itself, which is very handy at times. I think I'll make the wall from here to here. Although that's going to require a lot of me clearing things out. Go refill things, grab some more coal. As you can see, it's a bit of a grindy process to get yourself first set up. But once you're well established, you can do pretty much anything. And it appears as though the pollution to the right is still holding it at bay just beyond the aliens' noses. So I'm guessing they're going to start sending out research parties on the morrow very soon. If only there was a machine that allows you to cut down trees faster, that would be, besides running it over with cars and getting yourself badly injured. Yeah, I'm wondering if there is another way. Because this is a bit slow. I don't want to waste people's time. If I don't get this bottom wall done by the time the video is over, I will just, I will do the same. I will cut down all the trees off camera, and I will be on camera. Next time I'm on camera, I'll show off what, wow, words that are coming out of my mouth. I will show that I have, gotten the bottom wall done, chopped down all the trees in the area, got the bottom wall done. Because I don't want to waste your time. I know it's going to probably take forever. So that'll probably be something I do off camera. Just, you know, the standard wall, what I'm doing with all the other base walls. Just build a wall and put some sentries up. Nothing too special. So that's the general gist of how to defend your base. Put up walls. We'll make wall manufacturing. Make some sentries. Put up the sentries behind the wall. Sentries can shoot over the wall, so don't be hesitant about placing wall. Right, I was going off to pick up some more coal. Boop, 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 boop. That one's still being filled. Also, why do I have so much iron? Questions that need to be answered. Alright. Getting the basics done. Yeah, but this is the very basics of the game still. Like, even though we have this massive iron plant working for us and everything, very, very start of the game. Next episode, I will have the wall built, or the walls built, and we will put our time and money into fabricating a automation of the green science packs, so that we can research more things. Because if you haven't realized, there is little to nothing left that only requires Science Pack 1s. Most of them require the green Science Packs, Science Pack 2s. Look, Science Pack 2, 2s. Pretty much everything with the upgrades require 2s, like these basic bullet upgrades. Shotgun shooting speed, shotgun damage, bullet speed, and bullet damage. Those are like the only ones you can do with red, and I don't want to get into those yet. Personally, they're a pretty big waste of time until you get to like the end game where you've got nothing else to research. So yeah, I've never had a base with this many trees. Frickin' trees, man. We'll place a sentry on guard here in case anyone wants to try any funny ideas. Try anything funny and he'll give you the old tap tap. Look at this sentry. It's beautiful. Alright, make some more shotgun shells just for personal defense. Let's see how our walls are coming along. We've got 26 walls. That might be enough to get us somewhere in terms of making the Great Wall. Alright. Boop, 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 boop. Almost there, almost there. We almost have full lining of that wall, then we need to do that wall, and we have every wall but the bottom wall done. So that is going to be something that happens. Let me save to our Necro's Save of Justice, with no spaces and all in caps. I know, classy as it is. I really do appreciate how it's not only infinite, but it's randomly generated and infinite. I like that. I like it a lot. These stone outcroppings have really no purpose. You can't even mine from them. So, we finished researching. Anything we can research? As of now, I'd say no. We can get into that, but it takes forever. Essentially, these are just here to get in the way. Maybe to be used as cover every now and again, but I don't use them as cover. Shotgun can easily destroy them. Look. Now you may say, but this is only 19 shotgun shells. No, that's 19. That's 19 clips of shotgun shells. You'll see how it has a green bar at the bottom here. Whenever I shoot, it doesn't consume a shotgun shell. It consumes out of that green bar. So I really have somewhere around like 300 shots. Not 19. I don't know how much each magazine contains exactly. But yeah, it's kind of like a magazine in the sense that each blast contains more than 2 shells. Or each packet contains more than 2 shells. Yes. So finishing up the Great Wall of China. I don't know where this is set on. Obviously, the atmosphere is somewhere similar to that of Earth. Everything looks fairly earthen. Besides the aliens. You know, just besides the aliens. So maybe it's an alternate form of Earth. I don't know. I'd like to see the developers' input. Like, what's the overall scenario of how we got here? Great game. The developers, props to you. Like 80 points to Gryffindor. 20 out of 20 would waste my life again. Yeah, totally If you want to make if you want to join up with the Terraria gang, help them make Terraria 2. That's a thing that's happening. They're making another Terraria. I split my. I'm not gonna say that. I split my jaw open at the force of it dropping down when I heard that there was going to be a Terraria 2. Not Terraria Outworld. We don't speak of Terraria Outworld. Cough, cough, Starbound. It just looks Terraria Outworld. For those who don't know, they're trying to remaster Terraria, give it a few new perks here and there. You have to, just as a side note, you cannot leave two walls out. They can just aliens or anything can step right through here. You have to make it directly in a line. Obviously, can't step through that. But for those of you who don't know and are a big fan of the original Terraria, Terraria Outworld they're going to try to redesign Terraria, make it better, add some new things in, which would be a good premise if it didn't look like crap. I'm sorry, but it does. For those of you who know what Starbound is, it looks a lot like that. For those of you who don't know, they changed the art style, changed it from pixely delicious goodness to smooth graphics. Terraria was like the game for pixelated graphics, and they kind of just ruined it. Like, there are smooth edges now, like, no more exact blocks, no more exact precise blocks. And guess what? They changed the music, too. The corruption music was my favorite music in the entire freaking game. And they changed that to some crappy music. Back in the day, corruption music was the shit. I went and got a music box, and I sat there for hours just trying to get like 80 versions of the corruption song, the corruption theme, just for my bass. I had an amphitheater that had each of the songs playing in a certain bit. It was amazing. So I would have a remix of all the. I'd have the redstone, the wire equivalent of redstone hooked up, and I'd just have an amphitheater of all the different songs playing at different intervals, which made it sound like a really good mixed up song. It was amazing. But they changed all that with Terraria Outworld. It's going to be very bad. I can tell you right now. It's like. It kind of feels less like Terraria, more like an indie developer game that went wrong. You know, like one of those standard, survival crafting. One of those outside ones that aren't very good. They've got several flaws in them. That looks like what Terraria Outworld's going to be. Now, this obviously is the best of the bunch when it comes to survival crafters at the moment in time. Out of the new ones, this is the best. By far, the best. I don't care what you say, this is the best. You have to feel this game in order to know that it's the best. But it's the best. If it looks fun, it's even more fun than what it looks like. If it doesn't look fun, there's something wrong with you. But, Terraria Outworld just looks like it's one of those indie developer survival crafting games that's not going to be good. It looks like one of those, even though it's being made by a major developer. But they are making a Terraria 2, which isn't Terraria Outworld. It's going... As of now, they're going to stick to making Terraria Outworld. That's the project they're going to focus on first. But there will be a Terraria 2, I hope, with similar graphics. As of now, we know little to nothing besides there's going to be infinite world generation. I'm not sure how that works, because for those of you who are big fans of Terraria, sorry about this Terraria rant, for those who don't know, but those of you who are big fans of Terraria, you will know that Terraria has limited terrain generation, and at the end of either side of each world, there's a big ocean, and several landmarks along the way, each dependent on how big the size of your world and stuff like that, what side you're on, and it's thoroughly dependent on that. I don't know how they're going to incorporate seas and everything, or if there will be seas, even though that was a big part, because there were bosses you could fight in the sea, like Duke Fishron. That was a big part. But yeah, it's I would totally recruit the guys that made this game to help out with Terraria 2. Terraria 2, if you're listening at all, you need to start a movement. recruit some good people for your design. Who thought it was a good idea to say, hey, let's make a sequel to our game where it's nothing like the original and like every other generic game out there? Because we didn't have enough of those. God. Your design team needs some work, Terraria, but I still love you. Please make good games. That's all I gotta say on the matter. But for now, what's our recording looking like? This looks a bit unprofessional. High encoding? I don't like high encoding. 40 minutes. We've encroached on 40 minutes. For those who don't know what high encoding means, essentially it means that there might be some lag in this video. Sorry if there is. I didn't intend for there to be lag. Yeah. If there is lag, I'll know when I'm editing. Not editing, uploading. I'll know when I'm uploading if there's lag. If there is, sorry, I'm not sure what I can do about it. I can look into it, but that's about all I can do. Boop boop. Can they make it by? Nope. So this wall is finished as we encroach 45 minutes. I don't think we'll have enough time for now to look into making this wall or the wall down there. So I'll do all that off cam, and then we can be joyous and say, hey, this episode we're going to work on Science Pack 2s, and I already have these 2 walls done. So I'll get that done in my spare time, and if anything comes up, I will mention it in the next video. Actually, I'm about to go and record Sunset Overdrive. That's going to be fun. I will definitely be uploading that via Twitch, because that is a great game, spectacular game. If you've got an Xbox, you've got an Xbox Live membership, go get Sunset Overdrive now. I highly recommend it. I know it's 26 gigs, but it's a great game. It runs wicked smooth too, and just the style of it is so amazing. Go get it. If you don't have an Xbox Live Gold membership, it's $5 a month. Come on, you get amazing games like Sunset Overdrive, The Wolf Among Us, a bunch of cool games like that, all adding up to well over $60. So if you even wanted to get one of these games, you'd probably be making up for like half the cost. So if you don't have Xbox Live Gold, you get it. Also, it permits you to play online. You need to be able to play online. It unlocks so much to a huge portion of the gaming community. If you have Black Ops 3, you need to have Xbox Live Gold, because that is just 90% of what Black Ops 3 is. Playing online with other people. That's fact. Just chopping down some more trees, getting them out of the way. But yes, Xbox Live Gold is a necessity. You should totally get it if you've got the money, because Sunset Overdrive is here. I will discuss more of how good it is in the video. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting. After I finish uploading this, I will record Sunset Overdrive, and it will hopefully be out on the same day. Yeah, so that's, I think it's going to wrap it up for now. We're at 43 minutes. So it doesn't look like it's always high encoding. It looks like it's pretty smooth now while we've got the Inception. Look at that. Inception. No, I won't do the Inception boss. So occasionally there might be a bit of high encoding, might be a bit of lag in the video. My sincere apologies. I don't know what I can do about that yet. The pollution still hasn't spread. I think it's staying at a steady rate for now. But it won't be very long before aliens encroach on our position, decide to try and eat our faces. But I will not let them eat my face or my machine's face. You know? This is important that we keep ourselves surviving. But for now, that's going to cut it. When I get to 45 minutes, I'm just going to do some routine maintenance. Maintenance, he says while voice cracking. Yes, quite good. But yes, we have filled up 2 iron chests with wood. You can get one type of larger chest, a steel chest, with 8 steel. Steel is made by smelting 5 iron plates in a chest. For those of you who wonder, that is how steel is made. And next time, I will get into Science Pack 2s. That's going to be exciting, because with Science Pack 2s, things really pick up to speed. I'll give you 3 previews of what we can do. Laser turrets. Let's see here. As I mentioned earlier, they run off electricity and not ammo. That's going to be exciting. Oil processing. Look at all the things you can make with oil processing. Plastics, flammables, sulfur, advanced oil processing, fluid handling, and electric engines. You can get all these types of fuel, and it's all good pipeline stuff. And finally, that's right, you guessed it. Oh, those require 3s. Let's see here. Where are some other things? Trains. That's right. We can have trains soon. I know I freaked out when I saw it. And I hope you do too, because this will continue and we will become even more awesome in the future. Are we hitting our time? Oop, high encoding again. Bear with it. Bear with it. Alright, there we go. Sorry about it. You'll just have to bear with it for now. But yeah, we've hit our 45-minute mark. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope it made your day. If it didn't, too bad. It made mine. No, it didn't. It just, I don't know. I had fun making the video. I hope you had fun watching the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, favorite, comment, subscribe, share it with all of your friends, as this is an amazing game. I intend on doing a full playthrough, exploring most of the game. So if there's a particular episode you want your friends to see, to convince them to get the game, like, hey, this is an awesome game, you need to get it, here's why. There are tanks or something, or there's an episode I do on trains, show them my video, you know. I'll do an excellent job of overviewing new things that come into play. So if you want to show them something that convinces them to get the game, because you want to play the game with them after you got the game, show them my video and tell them to leave a like if they liked it. Because if YouTube uses like, then why not like? It was super effective, and for that, we'll leave it off there. In a future episode, we'll be working on Science Pack 2s, a whole bunch of cool things, maybe even trains next time, or in a future episode. That's where things will start to pick up. So, yeah. Enjoy the video. Like, favorite, comment, subscribe. See everyone later. Peace out.